Hello and welcome. This is Cherie with Rehash Fiber, and today I have something that is for everybody. If you knit, crochet, or weave, you can make this poncho. This is a concept project, and I'm going to tell you what the concept is. I was inspired by the diamond poncho pattern in the Vogue Knitting winter of 2018 and 19. However, I did not do the pattern. I saw the measurements at the end. My mind got to clicking. I thought, anybody can make this any way they want, and I have to share this with everyone. I had this beautiful yarn just hanging out, and I was dying to use it. Let's take these measurements and make this. So here you go. Here's what you have to know. You want to aim for a piece of fabric that is 25 inches wide and 77 inches long. All right, so now voila, you have your creativity. Do you have your favorite knit stitch, crochet stitch? You want to weave? You want to use up a bunch of yarn? Go for it. Make this fabric, okay? That's your first goal. Now, I did mine on the rigid heddle loom. I felt like weaving and using my beautiful yarn. So I'm going to speak in the terms of the rigid heddle loom right now for all you weavers. What I did is I warped on 93 inches, allowing 8 inches at both ends for tying on the loom. And then I also went 27 inches wide because I always tend to pull in a little bit. So I wanted to keep those measurements in the end of 25 inches wide, 77 inches long. That's all you got to remember from this episode. Well, except for the finishing. So we're going to get on to that. So once you have your fabric, here is what you do next. You fold it in half. Now you take from where the fold is, go ahead and measure out 10 inches. You can adjust that from there if you're tinier or bigger or whatever. But 10 inches, stick a pin in it. From there on out, you need to sew that together. Again, that is your creativity. I just did a simple crochet slip stitch, finished it on off so that it was closed, and voila, it is done. Now, when you put it over your head, you're gonna have to play with it for a little bit so it looks right. Because I thought, how's this gonna work? Just a piece of fabric, boom. Nope, pull it over your head, turn it just a little bit, make sure the triangle goes down in an angle and is raised up on the sides a little bit. Voila, you've got a poncho. It's great, it's really cool. I did not even finish the inside of this. I just thought, let me roll it over, give that beautiful little style right there. Off you go, you're done. It's great. So there you have it. That's all there is to it. And if you become inspired to do it from watching the show, please send a picture to rehashfiber@outlook.com and I will share it on the show. Just kind of cool to see what happens with making a piece of fabric to those measurements. All right, now I've had this little gem for a while. You must see this stud pin. Now I had this sweater that I made, and it did not have any buttons or anything to hold it together, and I was using random items to hold it together. I did not have the right beautiful object until I went to Pan Bang Knits in Brooksville and I saw the Jules Designs. This lovely stud button was absolutely perfect for what I needed for this sweater. I thought it's so pretty. Let's peruse this even further. So I want to share it with you so you go check out their website. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I share with you everything that is great just because I love sharing it with you. Go to their site, julesdesigns.com. It's very beautiful to peruse through the items that are made and to also, of course, get the background and stories behind things. And I think if you need an item, you will not be sorry because the stuff is beautiful. The owner is Laura Bellows, and I just want you to see that they have metal clasps and closures and shawl pins and much more. So check that out so you can finish off your items that you make fantastically. All right, so just one last thing. I haven't talked about Patreon for a long time. So if you're watching the show and you would like to support the show, please go to rehashedfiber.com. That will take you right to Patreon. And you can give whatever you want, whatever you can, whatever you do helps keep the show going. All right, everybody. I hope you feel inspired to make this fun, easy shawl. Happy knitting, crocheting, or weaving. Thanks for watching.